This is a video about how to use Warthogs properly in a skirmish. So the first thing, Warthogs are meant for scouting vehicles, but they'll be used for something else a little later, so I'll make a reactor. But right now, I'm going to scout with a Warthog. The Warthog is excellent for annoying your opponent. See, but first, its scouting capability, I can tell what my opponent's doing. I know that they're going to come up with a profit very, very soon. But, like I said before, they're also very annoying. I'm going to steal those easy to get crates, the resources. I'm going to steal them from my opponent around there, so my opponent can't get resources unless he comes into my territory. It's a lot more effective. You get resources and you steal resources from your opponent, essentially. Why I built the reactor is because Warthogs can't attack, well they can ram, but against buildings that's not very useful. They can't attack until they get this ability, the gunner ability, which adds a gunner on the back of your Warthog. But right now I'm a lot more focused on producing as many Warthogs as I can, and stealing as many resources from my opponent as I can, and spying on my opponent some more. Now I notice that he's making temples and warehouses. He's booming, right? So, if I know my opponent is booming, that means I can take away his resources, take away his warehouses, or at least damage them, so he has to deal with me and can't attack my base or hinder me in any way. So now that my chain gun's done, I can attack his buildings a lot more efficiently, if at all, really. I build turrets here. Your opponent can rush you. It's not the most intelligent thing, but it can do a lot of damage to you as well, and that kind of puts you at a stalemate. Usually your opponent will try to deal with you. Okay, so right here, my opponent is building another warehouse. While it's getting built, the warehouses have almost no health, so it's very beneficial to you to target them while they're being built. See, it's already at half health, and I've spent, 10 seconds shooting at it? It's an excellent way to destroy a good bit of the structure, because when it comes back into play, it's had about a fifth of its health left, and that'll let you destroy that warehouse a lot more effectively. Now, I recommend that you destroy all the warehouses as soon as possible, because even if they have unit-producing buildings, they won't have resources. So then they'll produce these units, and they'll come after you. Sure, your Warthogs will probably die, but they'll take damage, and those are all the units they have. And they'll need to invest more money to produce more warehouses. So if they waste all their money on units trying to destroy you, then that can potentially screw them over entirely, because they won't be able to make warehouses anymore. It's an excellent strategy, and I seriously recommend that you destroy the warehouses as soon as possible. I'm not entirely sure why I attacked this hall. It was probably because it was being built at the time. But you should always go for the warehouses. So, if you've noticed, I haven't started making any more reactors or anything else really lately. Reason for that is, I've made a reactor. I'm not upgrading, is what I mean. The reason that you don't upgrade is because you don't get the minerals fast enough. Not minerals. You don't get your resources fast enough. So there's no point to upgrading your reactors. You might as well buy 3 reactors. It'll actually be faster as opposed to upgrading them, to waiting for those resources.
Supply pad complete.
Now you see here, I've actually eliminated 2 of their buildings. They're not using 2 pads because they can't anymore. They don't have the resources to maintain them. So to keep that status effect, I need to destroy the rest of their warehouses. And if I do that, then they're useless. They can't do anything. Okay. So this is the point, though, where you should be worrying about a rush, an attack from your opponent. Your opponent may not be getting many resources, but he does get some. Luckily, your opponent won't be able to rush effectively. So, a couple of turrets usually is actually enough to stop any rush or attack at this point. Now that I've got the Grenadier significantly improves how fast you can destroy buildings. It's actually a very significant amount. I also produce a couple of Warthogs and leave them there. It's a very effective strategy, just in case they bring something other than a profit. Usually an opponent will try to profit you, usually earlier, but if they're getting desperate like they would be now, they will be sending a profit after you. A couple of turrets will have a challenging time, but it's entirely possible for you to have those couple of turrets take them out. Not to mention, you can use your the anti-profit back gun thing to stop him from using his profits from his cleansing beam, which is very helpful. And you'll have the tech levels to do it now. You'll notice I'm saving one pad. As you see, he tried to send a unit after me, but I have enough Warthogs to actually stop him. That won't be the case for long. He has no warehouses now, as well. The only thing he has left is his temple. He'll be using that profit and elite honor guards, as we see. What I call it, elite honor guards as much as possible. And yes, your Warthogs will probably die here, but you have crippled your opponent. Now is the time where you sit back, you make that reactor, and you just let it go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually see what they're doing, because they just upgraded to a citadel. I'm gonna see what they're doing and how large their force is. I'm using the Warthog as his intended ability as a scout, basically. Luckily for me, I decided to attack another warehouse on the go. As you see, I've done already a ton of damage to it, and I wouldn't be afraid if my opponent decided to rush me right now. But luckily, they're leaving me alone. They're probably colonizing somewhere else. That's my thought it was. So, why don't I at least destroy this warehouse? And that's exactly what I'll end up doing. Unfortunately, I'll also be killed in the process, I'm almost sure. But like I said before, leave a space open for your reactor. It's actually a lot faster. That was faster than gaining that large amount of resources. As you see, I destroyed one of their warehouses as they were being built. And now I'm attacking another one. Unfortunately, my characters won't be there for very long. I'll try to send some more to help out, but I can tell I'm definitely going to die soon. And, yeah. Yep. So, Honor Guards, the Prophet is your worst enemy early on in the game against the Covenant. But, yeah, that's it.